Hi, here I am again with a new pronunciation challenge. I was so glad to see that you enjoyed the previous one, and so I thought, oh come on, we have to do more. Plus, I actually realised that it was being a very helpful activity because you were taking your time to pronounce the words and the sentences. And so I think it is really worth your time and my time. So let's get on with it. I have a new pronunciation challenge, maybe slightly more difficult than the other one, but well, that's why it's a challenge. It wouldn't be a challenge if it were easy, would it? Well, last week you pronounced a series of words which are typical words that you make mistakes with. Well, in this occasion, I am proposing adjectives, and they are all related to the same topic. I'm going to read them all once. Okay, let me see if I can make them bigger so you can see it better. Yes, I think that's better. Voila. So I'm going to read them again once, and you'll probably have realized what they all have in common. And the first pronunciation challenge then is to record yourself reading these words. Okay, so let's go. Dull, dull. Haunting, haunting. Implausible, implausible. Stirring, stirring. Hilarious, hilarious. Thought-provoking, thought-provoking. Gripping, gripping. Touching, touching. Heavy going, heavy going. Daunting, daunting. Captivating, captivating. And moving, moving. All right, so that would be the words for your first pronunciation challenge. And let's go on with the second pronunciation challenge number 2. Last week you read a series of sentences where the main aspect to work on was schwa. You did a wonderful job, but of course it was very difficult, wasn't it? Trying to really stress all the lexical words and weakening the articles and the verb to be, for example. Well, here we're going to work in sentence stress again, but the sentences are perhaps more varied, more diverse. And in this occasion, I'm proposing a dictation. It says here, write down all the one-liners you hear. A one-liner, do you remember the meaning of a one-liner? One-liners are those classic or very famous sentences that are part of, for example, the cinema history, no? Or maybe book history, no? The typical sentences that somehow we all remember almost by memory. That's a silly, redundant thing I've just said. For example, you're all thinking of Quixote, no? Un lugar de la Mancha, ta, ta, ta. Well, that would be a very famous one-liner. So here I have 5 sentences that I'm going to dictate rather than write there. So in a way it's also, I think, very helpful for you to be aware of sentence stress. Trying to make out the words that you are not hearing in a complete form. Okay? And then the challenge is to read them to me and send them over to me like you did the other time. So, first one-liner is, I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight. I'm just one stomach flu away from my goal weight. 2. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room. 3. It's just a flesh wound. It's just a flesh wound. 4. That is my least vulnerable spot. That is my least vulnerable spot. And 5. There are 106 miles to Chicago. We have a sorry, I'll repeat this. There are 106 miles to Chicago. We have a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark and we're wearing sunglasses. Again. There are 106 miles to Chicago. We have a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark and we're wearing sunglasses. All right, well, I hope you enjoy this exercise. Write down your one-liners, and I'll post the key also, just in case they're a little difficult, or if you're a bit puzzled with a word or two. Okay, I'm looking forward to listening to you all. Cheers.